Welcome to the Chasing Spirituality podcast. I'm your host, Megan, and I'm so excited that you're joining me today. Each episode is full of heartfelt and expansive content that will really help you expand your consciousness and grow as a person. I created this podcast because I wanted to share my own personal experiences on my spiritual journey, but I also wanted to meet others and have them share what they've been through and how they've gotten to where they are today. If you haven't done so already, it would really mean a lot to me if you could rate and review the podcast. This really helps the podcast grow and reach more people, but it also allows me to get more guests on the show. Now on to today's topic. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Chasing Spirituality. If you're new here, my name's Megan, and I'm the host of Chasing Spirituality. I'm also a spiritual teacher, a psychic medium. I do a little bit of this and that, some Reiki, some Akashic records. I channel, and I love recording episodes to help all of you guys. You know, we're all on the same journey, and it's just super inspiring to me to be able to help other people on a spiritual path who have experienced a spiritual awakening, and us just, talk about our own experiences and what's helped us. And that's how we find our next adventure. I believe, like, when you're called to listen to something or follow someone or befriend someone, they've always got a lesson. They've always got something to teach us. And that's my favorite thing about this podcast is I know that there's something that I say in an episode that's going to resonate with someone and empower them to keep being authentic in their own spiritual journey. That truly is just what keeps me going. Today we're going to be talking about the heart chakra. If you're new to the podcast, you may not know that we are doing a series on the chakras, and so this is actually the fourth chakra. If you are very familiar with the chakras, you may have no intention of going back and listening to those other episodes, but if you're newer to the chakra healing journey, you may want to go check out some of those other episodes, because this is the fourth chakra, and it's really good to go ahead and start with the lower chakras so that you can have a great foundation. Also, if you didn't know, I have a community. It's the Chasing Spirituality community, and I always post a corresponding meditation video with each chakra episode. So there is now a guided meditation for the heart chakra in the Chasing Spirituality community that you can access to help you find balance in your own chakra. The other chakra meditation videos are also posted and will always be available to any of the Chasing Spirituality community members. So if you're not a member, I encourage you to go check it out. We've also got other fun stuff going on over there. I always post weekly. We have polls and Q&As, but there's also 2 lives that we do every month. We do a live practice circle where we get to practice our clairs and our intuitive gifts together. But then there's also a live channeling where I come on and I channel one of my guides or someone from my spirit team, and you guys get to ask questions, and we just make it super fun and interactive. And then there's just, early podcast episode releases. You get a lot of videos in the community that aren't shared anywhere else. So it's just a really fun place to be if you're wanting more content from me, if you're wanting more spiritual content, or if you're looking for a community to accept you and help you learn and let you teach us something as well. So go check that out if you're not already a member. We're going to move on to today's episode. Again, we're talking about the heart chakra. So the heart chakra is the 4th chakra, and a lot of spiritual teachers refer to this one as the gateway chakra because it is supposed to be the connection between the lower 3 and the upper 3 chakras. So you could think of this as like a midway point, throughout our childhood, we're often developing our root chakra. As we get into our teen years, we really start to work more in, or around puberty age, we really start to work more in the sacral center. Then when we're in our 20s, maybe to late 30s, we start to focus more. It doesn't even have to be by age, but I guess maybe more independence and finding yourself. That really has to do with our solar. And then also after that, maybe when you have children, or maybe when your children leave your home, just whenever on your timeline you're ready to really tap into that heart space, that's when we can really find a lot of work that we can put towards truly healing our heart chakra. All of the chakras are present and balanced or unbalanced at all times, but you can really see in different phases of life how there are themes that are connected to your heart chakra, or to all of your chakras actually. So this chakra is often represented by the color green, and it is found in your heart space. Yeah, no joke. I'm sure you figured that, but it is. It's in the center of your chest, and it is represented by a beautiful green color. This particular chakra is really good for helping us learn how to love ourselves and others. It's responsible for our compassion, for forgiveness, and for empathy. And in Sanskrit, it's pronounced the Anahata chakra, and it's also associated with unconditional love and joy. As far as the elements go, the heart chakra is represented by or is connected to air. So if you know anything about the elements and the qualities of air, you can also really connect those two. You can connect the qualities of air to the heart chakra. So when I think of air, I usually think of just that like unconditional love from like a baby or a youth's perspective. Like it's truly like that untainted, unconditional love. It's rebirth, it's beginnings, it's spring, it's just all of those sweet, sweet, truly innocent representations of what love is. So you can imagine that when your heart chakra is balanced, you will naturally feel in healthy alignment with love. You will be surrounded by love and compassion and joy, and you will truly feel connected to yourself and to others. And just like within our own healing journey, we must work on our self-love before we can truly embody that love and pass it on to others. So a lot of self-love work, and when we're doing that inner work on ourselves, we're really working to heal our heart chakra from an inside perspective. We're working on that heart chakra so that we can have true unconditional love and acceptance for ourselves. And then once you work through that stage, that's when you can move that into an outward expression, and you can really work more on your relationships and your connections and your community. And all of this is expanding and healing in your heart chakra. The heart chakra, when it's open, it really allows us to see all of the beauty and love around us and truly connect to ourselves, our loved ones, and to nature. When a heart chakra is unhealthy, it can really impact the heart, the lungs, the chest, the arms, and the hands. It can result in higher low blood pressure, lung conditions, heart issues, poor circulation, and it can even cause other infections in the body, such as like bronchitis, other infections in the lungs like pneumonia and things like that. You can also notice a huge impact on your emotional health if you have an imbalanced heart chakra. You can notice things such as codependency or manipulative behaviors, a really, really low self-esteem and lack of self-worth and feelings of unworthiness, the inability to trust yourself or others. You may notice that you have really bad social anxiety, you have a hard time opening up to people, you often feel judged or lonely, you hold grudges against people, you may have frequent feelings of jealousy, or you may be very envious of others, you may have a fear of intimacy, you can be overly defensive, you can find yourself always playing the victim or even the rescuer. and you definitely have a really, really hard time trusting yourself and others is often really a really big sign here. Lack of trust, as well as lack of being able to be vulnerable and be open and be yourself around others or even with yourself. So now we'll get into the juicy part so that we can talk about some easy and practical ways that you can work with your heart chakra if you feel like you're not balanced, or you just need some extra energy and love in this area. And there's nothing wrong with being unbalanced. We're all unbalanced from time to time. The more self-awareness we have and the more honest we are with how we feel and where we're at will help us to be able to tune into this sooner so that we can do something about it. No one's perfect. No one. Not me, not you, no one. So don't feel like there's something wrong with you if your chakras are impacted. Like, we have a life, okay? So it's all about just being able to really tune into yourself, into your own energy and your own body, and see what it is that you need. So some practical things that you can do is feeling gratitude. I cannot express how much of an heart opener this is. Gratitude is one of the best things that we can do for our heart space. It really, really helps us open up and really see the love that's all around us. So like a gratitude journal or some gratitude journaling prompts, writing down 3 things that you feel grateful for, something like that you can do. I recommend doing it every day if you can, but, again, not everybody can do that. But if you're feeling down, if you're feeling like there may be some blockages in your heart chakra, it would be a great idea for you to do this every day, at least until you start feeling like you're more in alignment. There are tons of different yoga poses that you can do. Really, any kind of pose that's going to be more like a back bend pose and kind of open up your chest would work. But just an easy one for beginners would be like a cobra pose. You could also do bridge pose or fish pose. Guided meditations like the one that's in the community, those are really great. If you don't have access to that, you can always check out some on YouTube or Spotify or Apple. I'm sure there's tons of guided meditations out there. Music is a great one. There's different frequencies that you can listen to that are linked to the heart chakra. You can also download these online or find them on Spotify, Apple. You can go to a sound healer. The shop that I work at, Sky Apothecary, we have a sound bowl healer who uses crystal sound bowls that really, really resonate with our chakras and with our body. And so if you have options to do that kind of thing in person, it's definitely like a really incredible experience. You don't, a lot of places they won't require you to do like, sessions where it's just you alone. A lot of them offer that, but you can do like a group session, and these are typically cheaper depending on where you go, but it's kind of gives you a taste of what sound healing is like. But again, if you don't have access to an actual sound healer, there's tons of frequencies online that you could try out that would still be great. The mantra for the heart chakra is Yam. You can always incorporate more green into your life, green clothes, going out in nature where there's lots of greenery, eating more green foods like vegetables such as broccoli, green apples, cucumbers, things like that are really good for the heart chakra. Some essential oils and herbs that would be really good for the heart chakra, eucalyptus, geranium, lavender, jasmine, and some crystals would be rose quartz and malachite. Those are definitely 2 of my favorite personally for the heart chakra, but you could also use a lot of other green stones such as peridot, jade. I also love amazonite. Some people say it amazonite. I don't really know which one it's pronounced. I've heard it both. But that one is more of like a bluish color. That one is also amazing for the heart chakra. I really like doing mirror work, especially paired with positive affirmations that are really good for the heart chakra. But some affirmations you could try is I'm worthy of love, I am deserving of love, I forgive myself and others, I hold space for myself and others, I am open to giving and receiving love, I honor my heart. I live with gratitude and generosity. You get the idea. Just things like that to really open up your heart space and empower you to love. This one is often where there's a lot of inner work that needs to be done, a lot of shadow work, a lot of healing. If our heart is still heavily blocked, then there's usually some things that we need to let go of. There's some wounds in there. So journaling is wonderful. There's tons of other shadow work tools that you can do. I have an entire episode on inner child work and all that kind of stuff. I've talked about that a lot on this podcast. So chances are you are already participating in that inner work, and that's really, really beautiful for your heart chakra. Something that helps my heart chakra is actually physical contact, like physical touch, especially like a really big hug. Like there's just something about chest to chest, a really big hug that really, really helps me feel grounded and balances my heart chakra at the same time. As always, you can get Reiki. Reiki is an option if you're really wanting to move a lot of energy out. Maybe there's still a lot of blockages in your chakras that you're working to heal and release. Reiki would be an amazing tool for you. I do offer Reiki sessions if you don't already have a practitioner that you use. And yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything that I wanted to talk about with the heart chakra. I hope that this helps you understand how to work with it better, and I hope that you found this episode helpful, but also digestible, because again, I want to keep these episodes short and sweet so that you can take it and actually use it. I hope to see you in the community. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. This is for anyone who resonates with this podcast and is interested in more spiritual content. Have you checked out the Chasing Spirituality community? Well, you can find out more on my website, chasingspirituality.com. But this community is a wonderful place for you to meet like-minded people, but also be supported in your own authentic expression as you go on your spiritual journey and you learn more about fascinating topics, as well as exercise your own spiritual and intuitive gifts. We have lives every single month. There's meditation videos and courses and tons of extra bonus content and videos. So if you're interested in more content, please go check that out. We would love to have you.